I froze my eggs at the age of 40. Now, I know a lot of people think it's too late to freeze your eggs at that age, but it wasn't for me.
You know who that is. That is our very own Morgan Hoffman, getting candid about her egg freezing journey at the age of 40.
All right, her fertility series on social media has inspired a conversation with many questions and reactions. And here to break it all down, along with Morgan, is her doctor. This is Dr. Mavis Garcia, who is the medical director of the Markham Fertility Clinic. Good morning, doctor. Good to see you, and welcome.
Good morning.
And Morgan, we just mentioned you've been posting this series, on your Instagram for a little while now. Tell us about how it's going.
It's actually going quite well. I had no idea that people from around the world could relate to me being 40 and freezing my eggs. And, I was talking to Dr. Garcia about this right before we started our segment. And it's wild how this all happened. I had a very close friend of mine do this IVF journey, and she was my age. And she said, you should just go see what your egg reserve is. You're 30. At the time, I was 39. She's like, just go take a look. Well, I have this discussion with Dr. Garcia, and I had no idea that the egg quality changes a lot after the age of 35 and then pretty drastically after 40. So after having this conversation with her, she was like, you kind of have to make a decision soon. And that's kind of how this all started. I kind of went in as just let me get some information about where I'm at with my egg quality at 39, and then this all started.
Mm-hmm. Is there a key age, the best age to freeze your eggs?
Well, from the biological point of view, if we're talking about the top egg quality and egg quantity and the top pregnancy rates, I would say between 25 and 35 years of age, which is why freezing at age 40 is a bit controversial, because from the biological point of view, there is, like Morgan mentioned, a decline in egg quantity and quality. But really, the right age to freeze your eggs, or the best age to freeze your eggs, is the moment that you realize, like Morgan did, that you are not ready to start a family and you want to freeze or preserve whatever fertility you have at that time.
Mm-hmm. All right, Morgan, you've been, very candid on social media about this. Tell us about some of the reaction you've been getting.
So something I didn't expect was a lot of people feel very alone in this. There's something about, we're hearing more and more conversations around egg freezing, but you do hear ideally at 25, late 20s, early 30s. And then there's a group of people like me, like older millennials, let's call it that. And we have potentially focused on our careers, which I did. I did therapy. I bought a home with my sister in Toronto. I was very independent. I was very, I felt really good about my life. And then boom, it hits you that you're like, oh, I'm 39, I'm not in a relationship, or you're not with someone who you want to actually take that next step with and have children with. So what do I do? Did I mess up somewhere? I felt like I had ruined my life. I felt like I had prioritized all the wrong things, and I should have been prioritizing a husband or having kids, because all of a sudden, I had this reality check about where my fertility was at the age of 39. And so when I did freeze my eggs and I started, everything changed. I felt that I had controlled my fertility journey again. I felt like I had time, felt like freedom. Even though nothing is guaranteed, I felt so great. That is what I have been communicating with people around the world. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, I was so embarrassed to share I was freezing my eggs at 39, or I was embarrassed to share at 40, or you're the only person I know who's doing the same journey as me. And so it's kind of this group of women. I don't know about you, if you've noticed this, but from 35 to 40, we sort of feel like we're like, oh, okay, we got to do something.
Well, this is one of the positives of social media, I think, is when somebody is as candid as you are and you get that response, and it's basically we all find out we're not alone, right?
That's it, and asking questions and opening up. And I just, in general, I love your button. It says, let's demystify the world of fertility. Just even talking about egg freezing, even at 40 or not, it's something we're not talking enough about.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Here's another component, though, as well. Younger women, we all know our eggs are the most viable the younger we are, but this isn't cheap. And, we can't, sometimes it doesn't, you're not with someone, you're not ready to start a family, you don't have the job yet to make some money to fund
right.
this.
That's right.
So you have to maybe wait a little bit longer to do something like this because you just don't have the money.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think what's really important to understand is the importance of really options and autonomy. At the end of the day, it is not about whether, you should never freeze at age 40 because it's too late. It's not that it is too late. It's just that you need to understand, like Morgan did, that the quality declines, the quantity declines, and you might need to do more than one cycle to get the right number of eggs to have a baby. But a lower pregnancy rate or having to do more cycles is not a reason not to do it. And it's not a reason not to have a conversation with your doctor about it. So at the end of the day, 40 is younger than 41 and 42 and 43. And at that time, fertility really, really declines. So while the ideal age might be under 35, the reality, like you mentioned, career, finances, I think it's important for women not to be discouraged to have that conversation, even if they're a little older. And I agree with you. I have a lot of patients that come to me where they say, they told me not to talk to you, or I think it's too late, and I really screwed up now.
Oh, I felt like I ruined my life.
Yeah.
I really did, yeah.
Well,
And
Morgan, before we run out of time, let me ask you maybe what has surprised you the most on this journey, and what would you say to anybody watching right now that's thinking about this themselves?
Oh my goodness, do research and go talk to a fertility doctor. I don't care how old you are, I had a consultation with you, and that changed everything. I was able to, it's AMH levels, right?
Yes.
Get blood work done. I had I think it was a pelvic exam.
Yeah, an ultrasound looking at the intrafollicle count.
And that's where it starts. Basically, just start there. I don't care what anyone says to you. I don't care if you feel shame, just do it. And if you're 36 and thinking about it but on the fence, just do it. Just go. I do wish, I have no regrets, but I do wish I'd known about this earlier. I wish there was more education around fertility and age. Hopefully that changes, but I do wish I had done this 7 years ago.
And I hear what you're saying, though, about options, just not having doors close on you.
Exactly.
Because you're getting
nothing
older.
Worse than that. Yeah.
That's it. And I sort of felt like that was happening. Then once I took control of my fertility, I feel great. I feel better now than I did 5 years. I feel awesome.
Like the
I'm so
pressure's
excited about the
lifted.
future.
Yeah.
Whether you even decide.
Whether I decide to have kids or not, that's it.
Or whether it works or not, it's just knowing that here I am and I'm taking control of my fertility.
That's it.
Yes.
All right. Well, listen, a very important conversation, obviously. And for more on this, you can check out Dr. Garcia's podcast, My Fertility Podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. Good to see you, Dr. Garcia.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in. And Morgan, thank you, too.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.